Hey y'all, welcome back to another YSL Rico trial date 32. Uh Young Thug. I said that. Okay, y'all, I just come out the sun. I'm sorry. But y'all, let's get into our trial number two. I decided to come in early because I hope we don't be long with this uh with our Lil Woody. That's what I'm trying to get out. Lil Woody, better known as Kenneth Copeland. Um, Need him to talk.
Will now come to order.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. All right, Deputy Hudson, all of our jurors present? Okay, all right. Is Mr. Copeland back with us? Okay, and then take up before Mr. Copeland comes out? All right. Oh, yeah. What's my name? All right, we're back on the record in the matter of the state of Georgia versus Cleve Adams et al. In 22 SC 183572. Mr. Stillwell, Mr. Botts, Mr. Shard, good afternoon. All right, Mr. Williams, Mr. Steele, Mr. Adams, and Mr. Pines, good afternoon. All right, Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Weinstein, good afternoon. All right, Mr. Hugh and Mr. Matthews Sr., good afternoon. All right, and Mr. Nichols and Mr. Garner, good afternoon. And Mr. Ryan and Misty Williams, good afternoon. Okay, Ms. Altwinger, I'm sorry, I apologize. Good afternoon, madam. All right, and then for representatives from the state, Ms. Atkins, Ms. Love, and Ms. Hilton. All right, okay. Mr. Copeland, good afternoon, sir.
Come on, man. Don't start messing with that boy.
Mr. Houston, good afternoon, sir. All right. Yeah, I got all the important people, really important people. All right, okay. Where's Miss Knight? Okay, all right. Okay. All right, let's summon our jurors then, okay? All right. Bring Mr. Copeland back in, please.
I really don't know why we here, y'all, because Kenneth Copeland is the one said that he shot Donovan. Okay, so why we here? He doing time now for doing that. Yeah. But these folks right here, no, they be bug hiding up in this mother sucker right here. He know he love to look at Mr. The judge. You can tell him what to do or what to say. No, he's not, y'all. I'm just saying. I think the mistake they made was putting that camera set in the position of the camera. That's very important. Setting up because therefore then we won't see a lot. Cause their business is their business. The state business is their business. Uh, Copeland. It's so hard to say about him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
He looked better Unstressed every day, but it just started.
All right, thank you, Officer Hudson. All right. Um, Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, good afternoon. All right, sorry you had to compete with the vice president in traffic today, so all of you that may have had to come down here today. So without further delay, we're going to go ahead and continue with examination of our current witness. Mr. Copeland, you're still under oath, okay?
See, he look better today. He mentally look unstressed with so far.
All right. So yesterday we left off talking about your interview that you did on February 20th, 2015. Going back to the incident in which you, your girlfriend at the time, and your child was being shot at, do you remember seeing any of the individuals who shot at you?
I never saw no one that shot at me at that time.
Do you recall in that interview a period of time where the detective left the room and you were speaking with your girlfriend and you told her that you knew who shot at you?
I never saw nobody. I never saw who shot at me. If I saw who shot at me, I would never told the police who shot at me.
Do you recall in this same
Yeah, real
February
gangster.
20th, 2021 interview that when the detective left the room, you said to your girlfriend, this shit not gonna work.
Ooh,
Sit right here and be a damn snitch,
woo,
so I'm gonna keep going.
shut up.
Do you recall telling your girlfriend that?
I don't recall.
Okay. And then she... So, you might be effective on the listener.
All rule of objection, sir.
Let the lady talk. Whoever that said that over there.
So
Jesus.
what you're saying is why you acting like you did. And she said, you should have just said, no, I thought you know all of them. And you said to her, I do know who it was. Do you recall telling her that?
I know that I knew the camera. I knew that I was being recorded. I kind of knew what I was doing.
Okay. And then you said, I saw him. I did. When he jumped out the car, I know exactly who I saw.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I had to turn this up. They about to be tripping today.
Nobody never got out of the car, so this clearly proved that I knew what I was doing.
Do you recall telling your girlfriend that?
I don't recall what I told her.
And this was when the detectives had left.
He say he don't recall.
I don't recall if they left the room or if they stayed in.
Come on. Ask him another question, honey. Jesus.
Do you recall further in the interview when they asked you whether or not any of the people who did this had ever been to your home, you instructed your girlfriend to tell the detectives who had recently been at the house?
I don't recall what I told him.
Do you recall the detective asking anybody you let come over to the house recently that normally ain't been by there? And then you told Deshaun, tell them who been there. Do you recall that?
If I brought anybody to my house, I'm for 100% sure they know not to play with me.
Get him, boy.
Do you also remember when you and your girlfriend were in the room by yourself, you told your girl it was Tay and them who did this to you?
I don't recall.
Was it Tay that shot at your vehicle?
I don't believe so.
Uh-oh. Mm-mm.
Do you recall in that same interview being concerned about being labeled a snitch?
I don't care about what I'm being labeled as.
I get you. Right now, you better.
Let me ask you this. During this time when your home was when you were being shot at, with your daughter and your then girlfriend, how many other family members' homes have been shot at
What?
that year?
Let him talk.
Staying as to speculation, I will, that's the hearsay from Mr. Steele.
To your knowledge, how many of your family members' homes have been shot up back in 2015 after Nut died?
Oral, sir.
Let that boy talk, Mr. Steele.
I can't recall.
Jesus.
Do you know? Okay, let me ask you this: was your brother's home shot at?
No.
Oh, he don't start looking
Was
scared.
your girlfriend's mother's home shot at?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Was your sister's home shot at?
Yes.
What? They shot the women houses up, but not the men's house. Lord
Was your
have mercy.
grandmother's home shot at?
No.
God, that's where he live, I guess.
Did you think you were being retaliated against
Huh?
when all the shootings were happening at your family members' homes? Did you think you were being retaliated against?
I didn't think
Did you know?
clearly
Okay. Why were you being retaliated against?
Scared now.
because people said I killed Nut.
You said you
And do
killed
you
me.
know who was doing the retaliation?
No.
Do you recall telling detective in the same February 20th interview that it was a whole gang after you?
Every time the investigator talked to me, I do not recall what I have told them.
So you don't recall telling them there was a whole gang after you?
I was
What?
told them whatever I think that I need to tell them to convince them to stop watching me.
Was there a whole gang after you?
I don't know.
Was the entire IF gang after you?
I seen a few of them, so
Ooh.
I can't say that.
Which were the ones that you saw?
I don't know.
Lady, protect that boy. Protect
Earlier, I
him.
asked you about whether you were concerned about being labeled a snitch. Do you recall telling Detective Copeland,
Detective who?
excuse me, Detective Copeland, Detective Curry,
Now I'm a detective.
Uh-oh.
I made a mistake. Talk about
Correct.
Detective Mr. Copeland. I'm about to
Ooh.
ask you a question.
You messed up,
Do you
attorney.
recall telling the detective,
Oh,
I know if I tell you-
she shouldn't have did that. She shouldn't have did that. That boy think that she shouldn't have did that. Why did she say that? And she's a prosecutor. See, he gonna feel some type of way. Like, oh, in other words, you trying to say I'm the police because she said Detective Copeland. You can't make no mistake in this, y'all. And look how he looking at her. Oh, so now you saying on the police. In other words, that's what. Ooh, oh Lord, have mercy.
what's going on? They're going to be on records and all this here. And you're going to get him locked up and he's going to get his discovery package. First thing they're going to do is send it to two places, to the street and to prison, and float it all around the city of Atlanta and then all
Wait
around
a minute, let me
prison.
bad this up, cause I
But
don't know
my
what
name-
you talking about, honey.
Because people said I killed Nut.
And do you know who was doing the retaliation?
No.
Do you recall telling detective in the same February 20th interview that it was a whole gang after you?
Every time the investigator talked to me,
I had to take it back a little bit, y'all.
I do not recall what I have told them.
So you don't recall telling them there was a whole gang after you?
I was told them whatever I think that I need to tell them to convince them to stop watching me.
Was there a whole gang after you?
I don't know.
Was the entire IF gang after you?
I seen a few of them, so
Ooh.
I
But
can't say that.
Which were the ones that you saw?
I don't know.
Earlier, I asked you about whether you were concerned about being labeled a snitch. Do you recall telling Detective Copeland.
Detective who?
Excuse me, Detective Copeland. Detective Curry.
Now I'm a detective.
Or was it? I made a mistake.
She better stop
Sorry,
playing
Detective.
with that boy.
Mr. Copeland, I'm about to ask you a question.
Well, stop
Do you
playing with him.
recall telling the detective, I know if I tell you what's going on, they're going to be on records and all this here, and you're going to get him locked up, and he's going to get his discovery package. First thing they're going to do is send to two places, to the street and to prison, and float it all. No, I'm not going through none of that. Look, they shot at me, my girl, and my baby. Almost shot my face off as we were running. I'm not for sure, but I thought I heard one of the bullets hit the car seat or graze the car seat. Were you concerned about snitching in this interview?
I was concerned trying to get my story together, so I was trying to buy time.
He ain't worried about his life, Chad.
Did you also tell in that same interview, I just know the trouble I'm putting myself in. Just know I don't want to have nothing. I don't want to have nothing, man. I can't go to no job. I can't do none of this shit. I know the street not going to be here forever. All things going on right now. Just waiting on you niggas to catch up and kill me. Again, not wanting to snitch on who did this to you, your child, and your baby.
My only motive was, anytime the police questioned me, was try to figure out how could I get myself out of it. So anytime they asked me any questions, I was trying to, if I couldn't come up with no answer right then and there, I was trying to buy time to think of something to say.
When you met with Mr. Curry, weren't you going there as a victim of an aggravated assault? When you went to go meet with the detective that's in that picture,
Okay.
weren't you going to talk with him about being a victim of a crime?
No, I was shooting back. So I thought they were going to try to lock me up for shooting back.
But during the course of that interview, were you made aware that they weren't planning on arresting you because you were protecting yourself?
When they said they would take me downtown, I put my hand behind my back and told him, "You're going to lock me up? Come on, get it out the way now."
And did they ever lock you up?
Because he wanted the gun. So he gave me 24 hours to give him the gun. When he let me go, I didn't come back with the gun. So they sent the SWAT team to my house to get me.
But when you went the first day, did they ever put handcuffs on you?
Because they wanted the gun.
Did they ever put handcuffs on you?
You hadn't answered the question.
Did they ever put handcuffs on you?
One of the officers pulled him out, and he told him we don't need that.
Okay, so they never put handcuffs on you?
Oral, sir.
What?
Did they ever put handcuffs on you?
I don't think so.
So why
And
don't
when
you
you
just...
left the interview, did you leave
Jesus.
that interview without any handcuffs on you?
Yeah, I left. I went back to the streets.
So again, when you went in this interview, you were not in trouble.
I was.
No, you weren't.
Basis. Oral, sir.
Man, let that boy talk.
Were you arrested
defense.
at all on February 20th when you went to go speak to the police about being shot at? Were you ever arrested that day when you went down and told the police
Say
about what
no.
happened to you, your child, and your girlfriend?
They locked me up the next day.
I asked you, were you arrested that day?
No, they locked me up the next day.
Were you arrested that day?
Say no. I'm thinking you got to do it. Say no.
Were you arrested that day?
No.
Guys. Jeez. Woo, Lord. Have mercy. It's too
Did you
early.
want the police to go and find the people who actually killed Nut so that people would stop retaliating against you?
Yeah.
Well, why they think that you shot Nick?
Do you recall being asked by the detective? You knew one of them. I know you knew one of them. Your face tells the story. Now, out of all the ones, I mean, you might know the other ones, but I know you know one of them because the face tells the story. Because the face tells the story of somebody being close that you trusted. And your response was, it ain't that. The truth is, I wouldn't say that person because I'm not 100% sure, but I know only one person.
What's the base of your objection, sir?
Foundation, predicate.
Okay. Foundation and predicate. I'll sustain the objection. Go ahead and rephrase, ma'am.
Did you know at least one of the individuals that were shooting at you back in February of 2015?
On my daughter's life, when they car pulled up on me, all I saw was a gun come out the window. They said I never seen no one face. They was questioning me. They constantly kept telling me, you gonna let dudes shoot at you and your kids and this and that. And
But see, what tripped me out with you? In the interrogation room, you told them that you were gonna tell it on everybody. Now you get up in front of them, and now you're getting scared. You said it; they didn't say it.
I'm telling them, and they won't believe me that I'm telling them I didn't see nobody's face. I didn't see nobody's face.
Cause you lied
And
too
then
much.
after a while, I got tired of them asking me, so I don't recall if I just went ahead and said, yeah, I seen Tay. I don't know how it came out, but in my heart, and still to this day in my heart, I do not believe Tay had anything to do with me getting shot at.
Okay. Do you recall telling your girlfriend when it was just the two of you, I did when he jumped out the car? I know exactly who I saw.
At that point, it was so much pressure on me. Yeah, I mean, I'm a daughter crying, trying to take her to the hospital. Somebody pull up on me soon. I'm trying to figure out what made me have the gun to go to the hospital. It's all type of stuff going through my mind. I don't know. Too much going on. Yeah, I can't because she keep asking me these questions and.
Mr. Copeland, just take a breath, okay? We do need to take down your testimony, so you do need to speak a little slower, all right?
The ATL came out of them.
All right.
The ATL came out of them then. Ah, look at him. That boy know what he doing. He know what he doing. With that pretty ass.
Can we continue?
I don't got nothing else to say.
About which part?
Come on, lady, leave that boy alone.
Regarding the gun that you
Jeez,
used
keep
to
messing
shoot
with
these
him.
individuals, who were you going to give? Which police officer were you
No,
going to
my
give the
nerves.
gun to?
Huh?
Which police officer were you going to give the gun to?
Neither.
Who did you tell them you were going to give the gun to?
Whichever one they were asking for it.
Do you recall them telling you needed to give the gun to Gaither?
I don't recall. I know they said they want that gun. It's part of the investigation. I knew it was a trick. I told him, if he let me go, I go get it and bring it back. He went for it.
He telling y'all
And
he's
why
a
didn't you
liar.
get the gun?
Huh?
Why didn't you go and give them the gun?
That's a gangster.
Somebody help him lock me up?
At any point in time, did you ever get arrested for shooting back at those individuals?
Thank God.
It's a street boy, Miss whatever your name is, Chad. I don't forget. That's a gangster. That's a street person. So stop playing with him. Miss Hilton. That's your name, Miss Hilton. Stop playing with that boy. Come on now, your question's supposed
Do
to.
you recall
All right.
them asking you some more questions about Tay, and you providing them information about where Tay was from, what part of Atlanta he was from?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall the detective asking you, we only know there's a guy by the name of Tay. Where's Tay from? What area he live in? And you told him that he was from Simpson Road area. You recall telling the detective that?
I guess I don't remember what I said to him.
Simpson
Do you
Road.
recall
Because at that point he had put too much pressure on me, and you know what I mean. I'm just thinking because he told me. I remember him saying he want that gun. That's all I remember him kept saying. He want that gun.
And when you say putting pressure, what do you mean?
Same thing you doing to me now. You keep putting pressure on me.
Was he yelling at you at all during this interview?
I think he kept saying, I'm letting people shoot at me while I got my child and my loyalty to the streets, my loyalty to my child.
So was he just trying to get you to tell him who did this to you, your child and your baby?
My standing question is the form.
Y'all putting that boy in an awkward
Did he
situation
ever
in
threaten
front
you
of the
to
world.
get a name?
Nah, but he kept asking me to make me say a name, and like how you keep asking me a question, I'm gonna say something to answer you, so you can stop asking me the same question.
Ooh, and he for real, honey. He is serious. Uh-oh, look how he looking at her. Don't do that.
Were you concerned about how you were going to survive the attacks on you and your family?
Yes.
That's the
And
life.
again, were you concerned that because you had already spoken to the police about Nuts' homicide, that people were considering you a snitch, that people thought you were a snitch?
I don't get what you're saying. Can you say that again?
Were you concerned that people already thought that you were a snitch when you did this interview
What interview?
with the detective after you were shot at? After you were shot at with your girlfriend and your daughter?
No, my only concern was no.
Do you recall telling the detective in this same February 20th interview, I left down here, I came and talked down here. Everybody get me like I'm a snitch now. It's just like I can't get no money. You know, I was just getting money just by doing nothing. It's just like, hey man, I need to borrow this right here, just hanging around, going to the mall. He paid for everything, but all of them, now they all come out here, they think I'm a snitch.
I always got my own money. When I need money, I know how to go get it.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I'm not a handout type of person.
Ooh.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I never asked Thug for no money.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I can't recall if he gave me money, but I never asked him for no money.
When you said he paid for everything, who were you referencing?
The big money, the ballers.
Who is a baller? Thug is a baller. You do what you got to do, bro. I hear you.
Were you concerned that young Thug had washed his hands of you?
Huh?
Were you concerned because you had been speaking to police that Thug had washed his hands of you?
No. I didn't need Thug.
All right. Do you recall telling the detective in the same interview on February 20th, 2015, he asked you, so basically Young Thug washed his hands of you? And your response, yeah, because I came and talked to the detectives and the folks in the street saying I'm a snitch, I'm a snitch, I'm a snitch. Nobody don't want to hang around me. I call my partners. They don't want to hang around me. It's like, what the hell? What
He
the hell all
laughing.
this come from? What the hell is going on? Do you recall telling the police that?
The police so concerned about Thug, I was removing myself from him.
But I heard you, honey. He told you. Next question. Come on, Miss Hilton.
Do you recall at all talking to this detective about what happened that Monday night at Club Crucial with you and Kel, the fight between you and Kel?
I don't recall nothing specific that me and him talk about outside of the shooting with my child.
I thought you said you didn't talk to Kale.
And I barely remember some of this stuff.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
talking about some years ago when I don't even know what I did.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Don't nobody try to remember stuff they don't need to remember. Got them fingers straight, bro.
Do you recall telling your girlfriend, again, when the two of you were alone in the room, no matter which way it go, I'm going to lose anyway if I tell them that Tay did it? You recall having that conversation with your girlfriend?
You say it again?
Sure. Do you recall being alone in that same interview room with your girlfriend and you told her, no matter which way it go, I'm going to lose anyway if I tell them that Tay did it?
On my child life, once again, on Izari's life, I never seen no one face that was in that car shoot at me. At any time, if they got the car, to this point, I never knew who shot at me. So when that detective was asking me, I had to come up with something. I got no reason to lie about it.
Why you say your daughter's real name?
So y'all going back into interrogation when I'm telling you the truth. I don't know who shot at me. I have told them I didn't know. When they're gonna keep asking me, make me know, okay, cool. I'm gonna say
Calm down, Copeland.
I'm done.
Whoa.
Do you recall being hesitant in the February 21st interview? And we're going to get to that interview with Detective Gaither when she showed you a photographic lineup and you actually eventually pointed Tate out of a photographic lineup.
Because I know Gate. You know what I mean? I know Gate. I know they. You know what I mean? She one of the people that she got it out for me, so I didn't care. I was just trying to get it out. I get them out for me and trying to convince her. And trying to convince her is very hard to do. So I had to go through with it, even though in my heart I knew that he didn't shoot at me, or he wouldn't have never
So
shot
why
at me.
you say that? So why you say that? Somebody doing time for something you should be doing. Ooh, Lord, how much? That's why I don't hang with
To
nobody.
be more clear on it, before I went back to jail the last time, I was right around him. So I would never be with nobody that I believe shot at me while I had my child.
Why did you say Tate did it versus anyone else?
First thing came to my mind.
Why though? Why you say
Why
Taylor?
was Tate the first person that came to
Yes.
your mind versus anyone else?
Thank you.
Because in the midst of trying to convince the police so they could leave me alone, I just got shot at.
Well,
Only thing
why
was in my
Tay,
mind
though?
was, get back.
Why you?
But you had to beef with Kel. Why not say it was Kel?
Thank you.
Because I had to convince them. I gotta make it seem. If I say Kel shot me, they gonna how you know? How Kel
Come
know?
on, boy. You don't even make sense what you saying now. Come on now. Rub the top of your head. Because that don't make no sense what you saying. Suppose you say, why you said Tay though? Still though, why you said Tay? You didn't say Johnny, you didn't say Bobby, you didn't say Thug, you didn't say all of them other little boys over there, but you just gonna say Quay. Man, please, you full of it.
You stayed. So I gotta come up with something to make them know. Okay.
Well, why
Tate
Quay
know,
though?
You know what I mean? So okay, Tate.
Tay.
I don't know. Like,
Tay,
But-
whoever you say.
listen, you keep asking me. I told you I don't know who shot at me.
Why would Gaither have it out for you?
I sustain the objection.
Well, you said she had it out for you. What makes you think she had it out for you?
I'll let him answer that question. Suppose.
You said she had it out for you. What makes you think she had it out for you?
Because she was trying her best to get me. She was trying to catch me.
Didn't she advise you to leave town? But you're right, it's a contradiction of what?
Hold on.
Let them talk. Let them talk so we can find out something.
That come from the internet. Where's that come from? Where's that statement come from?
His interview with her during the course
If
of
you need to reference that, I'll rule the objection.
in your February 21st interview with her, then she asked you to leave town, go somewhere else, Cobb County, Clayton County. Then she told you to lay low so that you wouldn't get killed.
No, she was saying it because she's saying that my name was my. She just said my name kept coming up a lot.
Right, so she did not want you to be harmed. So why would she have it out for you?
I'll sustain the objection from the phrase.
During the course of that interview, was she encouraging you to lay low? Do you recall her doing that?
I think she was. I thought she was faking. So I don't know.
Outside of the interviews, would
why
you
you
talk to
thought she
Gaither? Would
was
you call
faking?
Gaither on the phone?
No, the only time I talked to Gaither is when she called, but it was never about nothing in the streets or nothing.
Right, so
It was, hey, Miss Copeland, your name involved in the shooting. We want you downtown.
So why do you think
only
she
time she called me,
after
hey,
you
Miss Copeland, they
then?
say you shot up this person's house. We need you downtown. I don't recall me and her having no conversations about nothing.
when you were locked up, would you have your girlfriend call Detective Gaither for you so you can speak with her?
You heard where I was, right? Where was I? In jail?
So if she had it out for you, why are you trying to call Detective Gaither?
Because I'm trying to, all she got to do is give me a name. I'm going to try to convince her so she can get me out of jail.
But if she has it out for you,
For you, so why
would
you
trust-
went?
I'm trying to play on her.
Why? She don't have you. You don't make sense, boy. You ain't gonna take me there today. No, it's too early. I came to you
I want
early.
to go back very briefly to the interview that you did, the first interview you did was
Jesus.
after your car was shot up on the car was shot at on the highway.
Okay.
During that interview, at the time when your car got shot at,
Okay.
did you know about Lucci's mother's home being shot at?
What you mean?
Were you aware that Lucci's mother's home was shot at?
Huh?
When you met with Detective Gaither
Right.
about what happened on the highway, during that time period, were you aware of Lucci's mother's home being shot at?
No.
Do you recall talking to Detective Gaither in that January 28th interview about Lucci's home
True.
being shot at?
I can't recall.
During that interview,
A mess.
do you remember telling Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis that Lucci's mama and dad got shot? So Nick called Big Boo's phone, and we was at Big Boo's house. Do you recall telling them that?
I don't recall.
Let me ask you this. Do you recall independently being with Big Boo and Lucci's manager calling his house, calling his phone, trying to give him $20,000 to find out whoever shot up Lucci mama's house?
Let him answer the question, Mr. Steele.
Form, you can rephrase.
Do you recall being at Big Boo's house and someone from Lucci's manager calling Big Boo back in 2015?
I don't recall.
Y'all let him answer them questions. Look at the judge trying to make sure ain't nobody watching. What's she smiling about? Lord have mercy, y'all. I decided to come on early with this boy right now. I tell you, I wasn't gonna deal with him early. But look how slow they going. I'm about to skip it. I don't like all this slow motion. I'm skip.
Where you are.
Wait, y'all. Let's skip that. Hold on for a minute. Let me. Okay. Here we go. Here we
So
go.
you can continue when ready.
Thank you. So I'll just ask you again. Back in 2015, do you recall being with Big Boo when Lucci's manager called him?
I don't recall.
Do you recall telling Detective Dennis and Gaither in the January 28th interview, Lucci's mama and dad got shot, so Nick called Big Boo's phone. We was at Big Boo's house. And the first thing that nigga said was,
Woo.
hey Boo,
Goodness.
Lucci's mom and dad got shot. Somebody shot up his mama and dad. Somebody's house got shot up. It's $20,000. It's $20,000, man. There's $20,000 on their head, or whatever they said. And you heard that conversation.
I don't recall.
Okay.
He not
And
gonna
once
tell
you
y'all
heard
nothing.
the
I'm telling
conversation,
you.
that you took the phone from Big Boo and you told the person on the phone, I ain't did nothing. I didn't do that, bro. You know, don't scream my name. I didn't do that. And you kept telling that person that you did not shoot up his mother's house. You recall doing that.
I don't recall.
And did you shoot up Lucci's mama's house? You shake your head just so.
No.
Okay.
Ooh, you're a mess, Hilton. But don't forget that boy street smart. Not book smart.
Now, back in 2015, who were the people that you would spend the most time outside of your family? Who were the people that you would spend the most time with?
Huh?
Back in 2015, outside of your family, who were your friends that you spent the most time with?
My friends.
Who?
You want me to name every single person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not about to name every single person.
Well, you said
So who were the
that.
people that you would spend the most time with?
I can't recall.
Well, you
Do
the
you
one.
recall telling Detective Gaither that you only keep a couple people around you, and it's really just
Oh, have
Little
mercy,
D
Jesus.
and Shannon? Do you recall telling them that?
Probably so. I can't recall.
Okay. And then you also said sometimes Moonsoon, but he might come around, but not every day.
I don't recall.
Moon Toon. Lord have mercy.
And then you said, I really have my, then you also further went to say, I really wouldn't want nobody around me but Little D.
Former question, my same objection. I'll sustain the question. You can rephrase.
Sure. Between Shannon and Little D, who's the person you would have most around you?
Lil D. Lil D, you said D was your son.
Huh?
Between Shannon and Little D, who would you spend more time with?
You said Lil D your son.
I can't. I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
Do you recall telling Detective Dennis and Gaither that I wouldn't want nobody around but Little D?
I probably said it because I was trying to run the play on them.
Okay.
But I don't remember what I said to them.
But you said Lil D your
Anytime they
son.
question me, like I said, you keep asking me about what I told them. Anytime they question me, I just said whatever came to my mind or whatever I could have thought of in a split second. So I don't know. I don't know what I said to them.
Back in 2015, did you trust Little D?
You
Say
said
that
that
again?
Back
You
in
said that's your
2015, did
son.
you trust Little D?
No.
Do
You
you recall
said.
telling Detective Gaither and Dennis, I really have my trust in him?
That's right. You said he was your son.
You said I really had my trust in him?
That's what
Yeah.
you said.
No,
Now you don't trust him.
And then,
Go
You
ahead.
don't.
and then Little D ain't never going to turn his back on me.
I told you I'm trying to tell them whatever they would have went for.
Yeah, tell you don't lied all the way through this trial.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be playing with your man, boy.
The gun that Little D from Cleveland bought from you from the pawn shop, what kind of gun was that?
I can't recall.
Do you recall it being, as you described, a chopper?
Probably so.
Can you
What?
tell the jury what you would describe as a chopper? What type of gun is a
A
chopper?
chopper. Jesus.
I can't recall.
You don't know
Woo.
what type of gun a chopper is? Do you not know what type of gun a chopper is?
I don't know what I done told them.
I'm asking you separately. What kind of gun did Little D purchase for you?
All right.
Is a rifle a chopper?
I guess.
Boy, you
Have
something
you
else.
ever had the occasion to give Nut back items that was stolen from him? Back in 2015 before he passed away.
Yeah.
Okay. First, who stole the items?
I didn't.
Do you recall telling me the other day that you did take the items?
So did.
Yeah. I said I don't.
You said it.
Did you tell me
You just
that?
asked me, did I give it back to him? I gave it back.
Okay. My question is, do you know who
You
stole
stole
it?
the item and gave back to him.
Huh?
Do you know who stole
I told him a friend of mine stole it.
it? Did you tell me something differently?
I probably did.
Do you remember what you told me?
What did I tell you?
Do you recall what you told me?
I just asked you.
So do you not recall what you told me?
I told you I gave it back to him.
Do you recall telling me that you actually stole those items, but you did give it back to him?
Do you have an objection? Basis.
Prosecutor, the lawyer.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the foundation for the question or form of the question?
Who is that talking over there? The defense.
Your Honor, I'm asking. Your Honor, I'm asking a question, but I can clarify who all was in the room.
Yeah, why don't we do that? I'll sustain the question as to the current.
Do you recall meeting with me, investigator Long, and maybe investigator Lancico, and telling us in the room that it was you who stole it, but you did give the items back to him?
I can't recall.
What? You stole his item and gave it to him?
When you gave the items back to him, do you remember where you were? Where did you meet him at?
In my neighborhood.
Okay. And was he with anyone when you met with him to give the items back?
I think so.
Do you remember who he was with?
That's stupid.
No, I can't say who the people was there with.
Do you remember him being with Greedy, his brother?
Probably so. I don't know.
Do you remember just telling the detectives in that January interview he was with Greedy, his brother was there?
I guess. I don't know. I can't recall.
Do you remember what type of car Donovan had? Oh, excuse me, Nut had.
A truck.
Do you remember what kind of truck?
It was just a truck.
Do you remember telling the detectives back in that January interview it was a green Tahoe?
Probably did. I don't know.
How you steal from Donovan?
Do you remember what the items were that you gave back to him?
How you stole from Donovan?
Yeah, his driver license, phone, and his necklace.
Describe for the jury, if you remember, what the necklace looked like.
What you mean?
Do you remember what the necklace looked like? Do you remember what the chain looked like?
Yeah, it was a necklace.
Was it a peanut? Do you remember?
Oh, I think so. Oh yeah, I think it was a nut. Yeah, I don't.
If you don't remember, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh Lord, this is crazy. This is crazy. Hey, baby. This is crazy.
We just talked about who you would hang around with from Mechanicsville. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis back in 2015 that you're not going to see you hang with anybody besides Shannon and Dee, who was from Mechanicsville?
Shannon ain't from Canada.
Do you remember?
I don't remember saying it.
Okay. And do you remember also telling the detectives that there's not going to be one time that you and Dee are not together?
I don't recall. But it's not going to be no time that me, Dee, and Shannon is not together. Not just me and Dee.
So the three of you will be together.
When
Oh,
me and Dee together, it's me, Dee, and Shannon.
oh, wait. Oh my God, he just snitched. He just told her earlier in the testimony that he's not gonna get her all his friends' name. And then he just sat there and said that Shannon and Dee is his friend. This boy just told on you, Shannon. He just told on you, Shannon. He said wherever he go, you gonna see Shannon, Dee, and him. Whoa. Ooh, that's why she quiet. See, she quiet. Miss Hilton quiet now. Oh, Miss Hilton heard him too. Whatever he do, Shannon and Dee gonna be with him when he does it. Ain't this crazy? Look, Miss Hilton, she quiet now. She don't know what to say.
Now, we've talked about briefly another interview that you did with Detective Gaither after you were arrested for probation once your child and your child's mother was shot at. Do you remember that? All right. And do you remember meeting with Detective Gaither after you had gotten arrested?
No.
Oh, we. Just told on you, Shannon. And Jess said that him and Lil D one friend. That he don't trust Lil D. But come on, Miss Hilton. Come on. You got to stay on it, Miss Hilton. Come on. You got to stay on his head. Come on. What are you doing?
For the record. Right. And during the course of that interview, where you asked to tell Detective Gaither about what happened with you, Deshaun, and your daughter.
I don't recall.
Do you recall in that interview also talking to her about Nuts murder?
I can't recall.
And during this interview, do you recall telling her that on the day that Nut was killed, you initially were at home at Deshaun's house?
That's where I was, but I don't recall what I told her.
And that you got a phone call from Little D.
I don't know.
I'll sustain the objection.
We've already talked about where you were on the day that Nut passed away. Do you recall us talking about that over the course of the last few days?
I don't know.
Do you remember us talking about Nut's murder yesterday?
What you mean?
Do you remember me questioning you about where you were when Nut passed away yesterday?
You said you asked me that yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. If you don't remember, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you remember or no?
No, you didn't ask me yesterday.
Okay. Do you remember us talking about it since you've been on the stand, though?
Yeah, talking about what?
The day that Nut passed away.
Yeah, that's what it's about, right?
Okay. Cool. You're on permission to approach?
As long as you're showing up to the defense counsel, please.
He playing his game. That boy right there, y'all. Street dude, real street dude. He is not gonna play with them folks in that courtroom. He not gonna give them no information. He ain't stupid. Street smart. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need to know the streets. But, he's street smart on Miss Hilton. Ain't got nothing on that boy. She ain't gonna beat him in court. Now y'all go and look at them pictures and sit down now. We could go a little faster. There you go. Come on, Miss Hilton. Miss Hilton don't put that hair up in the air, honey.
I'm showing you what the market says in 378. Thank you. D1, do you see yourself in that picture? Is that you?
I guess.
Does it look like you?
I guess.
Yes or no? Is that you?
If you say it's me, it's me. Yeah, I guess. Yes, it's me.
And is that the type of dick?
Yeah, he is funny.
He's like a man.
Do you recognize that to be Detective Gaither?
No, I can't tell if it's, I can't tell for real.
Was this permission to?
That dumb boy smart. I tell you, he's street smart. He ain't smart smart. He's street smart. Whew. Why you don't want no water? Y'all, for those who just tuning in, this is Kenneth Copeland, known as Lil Wody. Lil Wody. I think I'm saying that. I think his name Woody or Wody. I don't know, cause I don't know. Is it Lil Wody or Lil Woody, honey? Anything. Anyway, his real name is Kenneth Copeland. He's not testifying. I'm trying to say what the right word. He can't get in trouble with what he says.
As long as you show that to the defense counsel.
He's a rapper, y'all. He used to be out there, a rapper out there in the street, and I think he still is. Y'all don't mess that boy head up. All right, y'all, let me skip it. I can't stand all this. Wait.
And during that interview, do you recall talking to Detective Gaither again about what happened between you, Deshaun, and your baby?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. And during that interview, did Detective Gaither also ask you who shot at you? Do you remember Detective Gaither asking you about that?
I don't remember.
Do you remember being concerned in that interview about being labeled a snitch as well?
I don't remember.
Do you recall Detective Gaither trying to encourage you to tell them who did it so she can help you so you don't have to be getting shot at in the streets?
But if I already told them Tate did, why would she be asking me that?
Because you recall this being the first interview with Gaither. You had not met Gaither prior to this interview.
I don't remember what me and Tate talked about.
Okay.
Or what I said to her.
Do you remember telling her, if I tell you anything, guess what happens? That make it even worse. What makes it worse? Everybody, oh, now I'm a snitch. And remember asking how you would snitch when somebody was trying to kill you and your baby. How was that snitching?
If there was the truth, why would I wait till later or at any point and say anything to the police? It's explanatory.
What is self-explanatory?
The whole thing. You seen it tonight, what I told to the investigator. And I'm so concerned about being labeled a snitch. So why would I tell them the truth to anything if they trying to say I'm concerned about being labeled a snitch? So if I'm going to tell them something that labeled, sooner or later going to get out in the streets, why would I be concerned about being labeled a snitch? It doesn't make sense.
Do you recall being reluctant to tell the detectives who it was?
No, I was trying to buy time to come up with something to tell them so they can get up off me or let me out of jail.
Woo!
The interview that you had on February 20th.
You still got a lot of learning to do, Miss
What
Hilton.
time was your interview on February 20th, 2015? What time?
This paper?
What time did that say?
What about it?
What time is it on here?
1:41
AM or PM?
a.m.
And then what time did you meet with Detective Gaither?
Well, look like I got on a Rush Street outfit, so I didn't meet with her. And it say 3:53.
On February 21st?
Yeah,
Is that PM?
p.m.
So did you meet with Detective Gaither the next day after you met with the first investigator?
Yeah,
All right.
that's what they say.
So if if you just wanted to make something up, didn't you have time to make up a new name if it wasn't Tay?
She was dating me. It's harder to convince her. I got to, whatever I tell her, I got to stick with it.
So will, cause she good. In other words, he's good. She's
Wouldn't
good.
you want to tell Gaither the truth if you were trying to get out of jail?
Yeah.
If you were trying to get out of jail, wouldn't you tell her the truth?
But if she asks me about something that I don't know and I'm trying to get out of jail, I gotta act like I know.
Did you ever try just telling the truth to get out of jail?
No.
Probably. I don't.
No, he ain't gonna tell the truth.
I don't know what I don't told her, so I can't remember what I told her, so I don't
How bad did you want to get out of jail?
want to get out of jail.
So wouldn't you want to tell the truth to get out of jail versus lying?
What's wrong with you? Sustain.
Wouldn't you want to tell the truth to get out of jail?
But if they ask me who shot at me, and I didn't see nobody shoot at me, and they constantly thinking that I seen somebody shoot at me, and I keep telling them I didn't see nobody shoot at me, they don't want to believe me, so what I gotta do then? And if this is the only reason I'm going to jail, I gotta stick to what I don't tell her.
So why tell your girlfriend that? When no police are in the room,
I don't know.
why tell your girlfriend that?
I don't know. I don't recall me sitting there just telling her that. I don't even understand how his name even came about from the start. I just know once I heard Tay, that's why I just stuck with Tay. I don't know if I brought it up. Which I doubt I brought it up because I didn't have no reason to bring your name up.
He trying to
How
clear
would the
himself.
police know who Tay was?
I don't know.
How would the police know Tay was even in your neighborhood at the time?
I don't know.
So why would the police bring up Tay?
Then I said I don't know.
Because they know. Cause either you brought it up, they know that they know their job. That's how the police know. But she wants you to answer that, Sonny. Boy, raise himself up.
Do you recall providing Detective Gaither a picture of Tay before ever even getting into the interview room?
No.
Do you recall during the interview when you told her it was Tay, you told her, I gave you a picture of him?
I don't recall.
And do you recall her pulling up the picture and showing you the picture in the interview on her phone?
I recall her showing me a picture of him.
And do you recall not really wanting to point him out on there?
At that point, what she was doing, they was forcing me to say it was him who shot me. Because I like I keep telling you now, and to this day, I still feel as in they did that. Like I never seen him shoot at me. Even when they called me, tried to get me to come to trial on it, I told them I'm not coming to trial because I never saw who shot at us.
He
And
don't.
they said, well, Mr. Copeland, we gonna, all right, y'all can call me. I didn't see who shot at me.
He said he didn't see who shot at him. So what? He didn't. How y'all gonna make him say that he saw? So
Were you concerned about being labeled a snitch because of what was happening to your cousin?
My only concern was not being able to protect my family.
Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that you were concerned because your cousin was being tortured because he was labeled a snitch?
My only concern was being in jail and not able to protect my family.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither in referencing your cousin, well, he's getting tortured. Everywhere he goes, he's a fucking rat. Don't nobody want him around.
Ooh.
This and that, this and that. And then he turned right around. And I'm in the same same shoes he's in. But I won't. I don't know if he did whatever he had going on, but you didn't want to be labeled a snitch.
This is the police talking to me, and they're not trying to hear what I'm saying. They're trying to force me to say that somebody shot at me that I did not see shoot at me. I am trying everything in my power to not allow this man.
Chad, I don't know. Woo, how do you go home when you leave there?
I'm not here to protect nobody that shot at me and my child.
This is old though, so I don't think they still mess with him. But I don't know. This is not safe because this is a trial. Come on, Miss Hill. The next question, honey.
Did you ever give Gaither the gun that you used in the to shoot back at those individuals who shot at you and your child?
Nope.
Why not?
Cause you gonna use it against me.
Who did you get the gun from?
What you mean? Who I got it from?
Who did you get the gun from?
I stand objection.
Come on, Miss Hilton. Y'all done got y'all questions together. Come on, prosecutors. Got to get tough. It seems like he a clean, decent guy. I don't know. Street boy. I couldn't fool with him.
Do you recall being shown a photographic lineup with Tay inside of the photographic lineup?
Say that again.
In this interview, do you recall being shown a photographic lineup?
I think so.
Okay. And do you recall not wanting to sign the photographic lineup?
Right. I do remember.
Okay. Why didn't you want to sign the photographic lineup?
Because in my heart and from facts, I didn't see who shot at me, and they constantly kept trying to say, they kept pushing me to say, to make me think that I saw somebody I know I didn't see.
Why wouldn't he tell? Why would he tell y'all? Y'all ain't gonna look out for him. Why would he tell the police anything?
Right. I want to kind of switch gears. Do you know someone by the name of Trivia?
Who?
Trivia.
Who is it?
Do you know someone by the name of Trivia? Do you know who Moon Tung's girlfriend was back in 2015?
No, I don't remember who his girlfriend is.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Do you know someone by the name of Aunt Trivia?
I never heard of the name before. I don't know.
Maybe you saying it wrong.
Do you recall talking to a Detective Lewis in the same interview regarding Trivia being Kel and Moon Tung's girlfriend?
Oh, her? What about her?
So my question is, so do you now know who Trivia is?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And
Oh, her.
back in 2015, do you recall her home being shot up during the time of early 2015?
I remember.
And were you accused of shooting up her home?
What?
That's what she told the police.
Ooh, you're a little dangerous
Nope.
little something. Don't play with him, Miss Hilton. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Leave him alone. I'll shut up everybody's house. Come on, baby, grow up. You 30-some years old. $32, whatever. Come on, Miss Hilton, you got to stay on it. You can't take no break in between line. Give Miss Love notes. You're supposed to have your own notes. Come on now. Y'all got to do better than this.
In the 3 interviews we've talked about so far, were you asked by the investigators to tell the truth? In the interviews we've talked about so far?
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yes or no? Do you recall being asked to tell the truth?
I don't know. I don't
God bless
recall.
you. God bless you. You don't recall if you were asked to tell the
I
truth?
don't.
If you were asked to tell, why wouldn't you tell the truth in those interviews?
Why wouldn't I tell the truth?
Yes.
Because I know the police is trying to lock me up.
Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to answer that. Sorry.
Say that again.
What would they be trying to lock you up for?
Whatever they could put on me.
Did you ever?
Well, why would they want to put something on you? That don't even make sense. What you just said.
Now,
About to start the work, y'all. They go to judge blowing their nose again. Here we go. Where's my ink pen?
would telling the truth have gotten you locked up?
Huh?
I stand the question.
Now, in June of 2015, were you arrested for having a gun at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
Say that. Can you say that again?
Were you arrested for having?
Come on, get on the microphone.
In June, was I arrested?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Did you say yes?
Yeah.
He said yes.
What occurred at the Dunbar Recreation
I was playing basketball. The police came there and locked me up.
Center? And why did the police lock you up?
Because I'm woody.
You had a gun at the Dunbar Recreation
I had a basketball in my hand.
Center, also at the Dunbar Recreation Center.
They say it was.
He said, because I'm a woody.
I was placed in handcuffs, walked out. I don't know.
Did you have a gun inside of an H&M bag while at the Dunbar Recreation Center?
I was in the basketball. I was in the recreation center playing basketball. I had my shirt off, with no gun on me, playing basketball.
And they came and locked you up.
A gun to the Dunbar
What is
Recreation
my
Center.
ink pen?
I was playing basketball in the Dunbar Recreation Center.
Oh, I know what that is.
But I'm saying, well, I was playing basketball. When I looked up, I seen a whole bunch of police in there walking towards me, putting my hand behind my back. They asked me, was a bad mine? I said, I don't know nothing about no bad. They took me to the car. There was a whole lot more police that came. They took me from Mechanicsville to Turnerfield and asked me, was that gun mine or was that bag mine? I told them I don't know nothing about nothing. They said, if they find out that their gun or their bag was mine, they gonna come back and lock me up. I said, do your job. They let me go. And that was it.
Ah, I like him.
Did they
He's
let
a
you go that
mess.
first day?
They let me go.
All right. Did they eventually arrest you for that gun in that bag?
They did.
All right. And was that the gun that was purchased by Quindarius Zachary for you?
I guess.
Yes, no, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I went to jail for.
Okay. So that was the gun, the chopper that we talked about earlier.
I'm over the objection. That was Mr. Steele. Asked and answered.
Was that the chopper that we discussed earlier?
We discussed this earlier.
The gun that was recovered, is that the chopper that was purchased at Arrowhead Pawn Shop by Quindarius Zachary?
That's the gun that sent me to the feds.
Is that the gun that was found at Dunbar Recreation Center?
I know where that Dunbar recreation
I guess so.
center is. That's a
Why did
nice
you have the gun
recreation
at
center. I used to
Dunbar
work in there.
Recreation Center?
I just plead guilty to it.
Did you tell officers that you were trying to sell that gun, and that's why you had it at the Dunbar Recreation?
Again, I was going to jail.
And so before you posit some other questions, I think we come from break. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take about 10 minutes and
He
see what happens.
said that was.
Okay? All right.
Ooh, let me skip
All
it,
right.
y'all. Let me skip with the skitter wagon. That boy I miss. Dumb boy, he said y'all would come like a whole lot of police. A whole lot of police gonna lock me up. A whole lot of police. I was playing basketball. Y'all came out there and took me to jail. I like that boy right there. He ain't nothing. He ain't bad. He just bad. Whew. All right, y'all. Let me. Why she better start smiling while she's sitting up there smiling at him? You better leave that boy alone. Before he cuss you out and then you're going to be running to Judge Land. Glenville. Leave that boy alone. That's a street boy. Secretary. Don't play with them little boys. And you trying to be his friend, you don't move your desk way over there by the judge. That's so fake.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All jurors present? All right. Thank you, Debbie Hudson. All right.
Come on, Waldy. Little Waldy.
Members of the jury, with your indulgence and patience, we're going to go probably about another 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to recess for the day, okay? All right. Madam?
Waldy.
Mr. Copeland, what blood set were you a part of?
Can you repeat that?
What blood set were you a part of?
What blood set what I was part of?
Yes, sir.
I wasn't a part of no real blood set.
Did you ever claim to be a Billy Blood?
I said I was.
But he wasn't.
And were you?
No.
Did you tell Detective Gaither that you were, not Detective Gaither, Detective Lewis, in that February 21st interview that you were Billy Blood?
I don't know what I told them when they questioned me.
Do you recall talking to Detective Lewis about the meeting with Mo where they said that they were going to kill you?
Huh?
Do you remember talking to Detective Lewis about the meeting with Mo, who was in prison, and that they were planning on killing you?
I don't recall.
Okay. And do you recall her asking you why you weren't at this meeting?
Huh?
Do you recall her asking you why you weren't at this meeting?
Why was I at the meeting?
Why were you not
Why
at
wasn't
the meeting?
you?
At what meeting?
The meeting with the Bloods, the meeting of the Bloods trying to kill you.
I don't recall.
And do you,
Why the blood would want to kill him?
sure, February 21st,
What year?
2015.
Why would they want to kill him?
And then, do you recall telling her you weren't down with them, but that you were Billy Blood?
I don't recall.
Okay. And then, do you recall her asking, who are you with now?
I don't recall.
Okay. And you told her, at that point, they got mad.
I told her.
You told Detective Lewis.
Oh, that's a lady?
Yeah. At that point, they got mad because I didn't go back with them. I started hanging out with Thug and them, so I'm YSL.
No, I don't recall.
Y'all should have did it, Rico,
Did
a
you
long
consider
time
yourself
ago.
part of the gang YSL?
Faces. I didn't mean for you to speak. I just want you to give me your basis. Overrule, sir.
Did you consider yourself part of YSL, the gang?
Gang, I consider myself 372.
372?
When did you consider yourself 372?
What you mean?
Did you consider yourself a 372 when you called yourself Billy Blood?
I always been 372.
Oh, so you've been
So
faking.
even as a part of YSL, where you consider, or do you consider yourself 372?
Gang, I'm always 372 when it comes to gang.
Did you also consider yourself part of YSL?
372 when you speaking on gang.
Did you consider yourself a part of YSL?
But you saying gang wise, like
He's
Did
not
you not consider yourself part of YSL, the gang?
when it comes to gang, I consider myself 372.
372. That's a game. He told you, me
Now, going back to June of 2015 when you were arrested for the Fed charges, we talked about the gun that was at the Dunbar Center. When you were arrested, where were you arrested at?
Which time?
When you got arrested in June?
June 10th?
Yes.
At the house.
Did they find guns at the house?
Yeah, they did.
Were you charged in your federal charges with that gun? Do you recall?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he
Now,
mad now.
once you were arrested, were you brought in to Atlanta Police Department headquarters for an interview?
For any this.
Okay. And do you remember how long that interview was?
It was long.
Do you remember being about 9 hours?
It was long.
And during the course of that interview, did you speak with multiple detectives?
Yeah, I did.
Do you remember speaking with anyone from the ATF or?
Yeah, I did.
And was Detective Gaither in that interview?
She was at some point.
What about Detective Dennis?
Who?
Detective Dennis, do you remember him?
Yeah, I think he was too.
And what about Detective Thorpe?
I think he was too.
Okay. And when you were arrested and brought down to APD, did you want to give them truthful information?
Again, I was going to jail.
Do you recall telling them that you're not going to worry about me lying?
Can you say it again?
I know that right.
In the early part of that interview, do you recall telling them you're not going to have to worry about me lying?
Probably so.
Why did you want to speak to the police that day?
Because I was trying to finesse my way out of jail.
And what did you think you had to do to finesse yourself out of jail?
Well, they kept asking about Young Thug, so that's the direction I had to go.
Oh, so you
Did they
had
ask you about anything else?
They asked me about the gun. I think they asked me about the gun first.
Did they ask you about anything else?
Yeah, they asked me about a lot.
Do you recall them asking you about Nuts murder?
Yes,
And did you speak with them about Nuts murder?
yes,
And did you speak with them about the gun at the Dunbar Center?
yes,
And the gun at your house?
yes,
is that the same
And did you
gun?
also speak with them about Young Thug?
yes,
And did you talk with them about Little D from Mechanicsville?
yes,
And what about Shannon?
Yes.
yes.
He telling on y'all.
Now,
He just
When
told
you-
on y'all.
got to that interview, did you believe that people were trying to kill you?
Nah.
Uh-huh. I thought people trying to kill me for a long time.
Specifically in June, did you still believe that people thought you snitched on them regarding the murder of Donovan Thomas?
Can you say it one more time?
Sure.
One more
When you
time.
had this interview in June of 2015, did you think going into that interview that people thought that you had snitched on them regarding the murder of Donovan Thomas?
Oh,
Let the boy answer the question.
I'm understanding the question, Mr. Bell.
Why did you think people were trying to kill you?
Because I was paranoid. People were shooting at me.
That don't make sense.
Did you tell the detectives in this June 10th interview that everyone in the world is trying to kill me because they think I told on them?
No, I told them that people were trying to kill me because they said I killed Nut.
So why would YSL want to kill him for killing it? Thank you.
Do you recall telling the detectives about the fact that that Thug's sister had called you or had texted you?
Can you say that again?
Sure. Let me ask you this. Did Thug's sister ever text you regarding you going to the police about Nuts murder?
I texted her and told her that I was going to kill Thug when I get a chance. That's what you talking about?
What?
No, but why did you text her that you were going to kill Thug when you get a chance?
Because Because I let a lot of people get in my ear.
And what did they get in your ear about? It's affecting the listening line.
I'll see.
What did they get in your ear about?
A whole lot of stuff. People coming to me every 5 minutes with something about not just drug. It was just a lot of people, but mainly most people was coming to me about drug.
What about the?
What about the?
And they just kept coming to me like he ain't right. He ain't supposed to. I don't know how to answer that.
I mean, but what were they telling you such that you
Yeah.
thought that you had to kill Thug?
Say it again.
What were they telling you such that you thought in your mind
Yeah.
you wanted to kill him?
They watch him because everybody saying I killed Nut and they didn't want that on them, so they gonna put it on me. I don't know. It was so many different people just telling me stuff. So
That
But
makes
to
sense.
kill somebody, you
Yeah,
think you had to kill Thug?
that's right.
what did they tell me that made me think I had to kill him?
Yes.
Yes.
That I better watch him
Why?
Why?
because they said I was messing up his career. Like they saying that I was putting him in stuff that I got going on. Like they was saying all type of stuff. Like
So you were lying on
So
Thug.
why would you messing up his career
Thank
mean
you.
you had to kill Thug?
they said to me, okay, a female came to me and told me that she heard something. Then another person came to me and told me that he heard something. So people kept coming to me, and I was paranoid because I had said something to a friend of mine where I felt as in whatever I was saying to him had got back out.
So let's start there. What did you tell your friend that you think got back to him?
I was planning on him.
Why would you be plotting on
Right.
I don't recall.
Okay.
See, he don't want to talk now.
Do you recall telling the detectives that you called, that Dolly texted you, cursing you out?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is years ago. Do you remember what she was cursing you out about?
Because I told her I was going to kill Thug when I see him.
Do you recall the last 4 digits of the number that she was texting you from?
No.
Do you recall giving that full phone number to the detective?
Why would you tell
No.
his sister
Do
that
you
though?
recall giving them a phone number
Don't make
ending in
no sense.
1990 for his sister?
Probably so.
Which sister are we texted you?
Dolly.
Okay. Did she have another name?
I said Dolly.
Did you call her something else?
Yeah, I call her Dolly and Max.
Okay.
So
Do you
why?
recall texting Dolly, damn, your brother's trying to have me killed?
I probably have.
Okay. Why would you text her that?
Because I thought what I was said to somebody else had got back to him.
So what did you tell somebody else that you thought got back to you?
Yeah. Why would you call
I don't
her?
recall.
Okay.
Why would you call Dolly?
What, again, would make you text that to her
Thank
brother?
you. To
Dolly.
her.
Damn, your brother's trying to have me killed. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell I ever did to him?
Yeah.
Why would you text that to her?
I told you I was paranoid. It was so much going on.
Why you text her
It was so much
instead of
going
his
on. I had so
brother?
many people in my head. And that's just my way of trying to
Intimidate him?
force a reaction
Force a reaction from who?
from him to see how he react to it.
Why?
Why were you trying to force a reaction?
Thank you.
Because I didn't know what the truth was. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on.
Boy, I tell you. Thug, you had messed with the most. I ain't gonna even say it. Boy, it's in your corner.
Now, we talked about in February,
Ooh, Jesus.
strike that. We talked about in January, people thinking that you had killed Nut. Right? Also in February, the people think you were trying to kill Nut.
Huh?
Did people think that you killed Nut? Did you did you believe that people thought that you killed Nut?
Did I believe it?
Yes.
People were convinced.
Okay. By the time we got to June, did you still have that same belief? When you
Did
got
I
arrested?
have that belief?
Yes. When you got arrested in June, did you still have that same belief that people thought you had done, that you had killed Nut?
I don't know, like, you know, so many, it was so many people was on so many people just like, a lot of people said they know I didn't do it, but a lot of people said I did it, so I don't,
And I'll ask you again, did you kill Nut?
no.
Okay.
So you didn't kill Nut. Who killed Nut? Who shot Nut?
Now, when you got to this interview, do you recall speaking with the detectives about the night that Nut was killed?
Can you say that again?
Sure. When you got to this June interview, do you recall speaking to detectives about the night that Nut was killed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, interview.
The June one?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you have concern during this June interview that Thug had observed you speaking to police?
Huh?
Did you have concern during this June interview that Thug had seen you speaking to police?
No.
Do you recall telling the detectives in this June interview, long story short, the detectives was calling my phone and he was right there. And they asked you, Thug was right there? And you said, yeah. So I answered the phone and he's looking at me like this, but I don't know what's going on. They asked you, why is he looking like that? And you said, because he see me answering the phone for them.
No, he told me that when I answered the phone, I answered my so it was my baby mama calling saying that the investigators wanted to talk to me. I was like, for what? And that's when he said what he wanted to talk to me about. And he got on the phone and asked me, could I come out there and interview him? And Doug was like, go on out now.
Why were you concerned then that he saw you answering the phone for the police in front of him?
I don't know about him being concerned.
Why would you tell the police that?
Because it's the police.
He ain't got. Look,
If there wasn't an
told
issue,
y'all.
why was there be a
Just
need
doing
to
all that
tell the
coughing and
police
stuff.
that Thug?
Answer the
Because
question.
at the time the police questioned me, it was me against everybody. So they saying that they want Thug, and that's what I'm trying to do.
What?
Get them up off of me. So
What?
I had text Thug phone the day before they locked me up. And I text their phone and told them that I was gonna kill him when I see him.
What?
So the police the next day, and when they got me, that was it.
Let's go back. What day are you talking about? You texted
June.
in June. You said you texted Thug. Who did you text?
One day, I text their phone. I called his sister and told her, tell your brother when I see him, I'm gonna kill him.
Okay.
I don't care who see me, I'm gonna kill him.
What?
Me and her were arguing on the phone. As me and her were arguing on the phone, I got mad and hang up the phone. The very next day, 2 days later, I know I woke up and the police was at the door.
Cause you threatened. Young Thug.
When they got me, I was mad with the world.
And were you arrested again for those guns?
Yes.
All right. And that's the only thing you were arrested for those guns.
And I think they put some gang charges on me or something. I think they put some more charges on me or something.
So you
And I'm saying
threatened.
that you said you texted his sister Dolly that you were going to kill.
Nah, I don't think I texted. I told her over the phone.
He
that I was
said
gonna
he
kill her.
called her.
But then, was that in response of you asking her whether or not he was trying to kill you?
Oh no, I didn't ask her nothing
Okay. So why did you tell the detectives that?
because it's the detective.
In other words, I tell
Was
them
you
what they
concerned
want
that
to
Thug
hear.
did not want to hang around you anymore because you have been talking to the police?
He's a liar.
No.
Do you recall telling detectives in the same June interview, he ain't want to hang around me anymore? And they asked you, this Thug? And you said, yeah. Like, damn, what the hell? Why the hell these niggas don't want me around? Do you recall being concerned that Thug did not want you hanging around him anymore?
Well, he actually called me a few times, trying to get me to come around. I didn't want to go around
So you threatened
So why
him.
would you tell the police, why the hell these niggas don't want me around?
because I'm talking to the police and they are after me.
When you were arrested, were you not trying to get out of jail?
For sure.
So he
So
a
why
lie,
would
Miss
you be telling them
Hilton.
lies if you were trying
He's
to
a
get out
street
of jail?
boy. He's straight, Miss
So
Hilton.
let me say this:
They'll say it.
if I tell the police the alphabet is A B C D, right? The police gonna tell me what come out the D. E come out the D, I think. A B C D E. Man, I don't know, man. I'm not about to go through all that. Man, like, this is the investigators. They lock me up. They targeting me. They constantly.
Oh, Lord.
Every time I come outside, spit on the ground. SWAT team got me. Like,
So why would you stay in a 9-hour interview if they were out to come and get you?
Thank you.
you see what you said? That's how bad they was after me. They sit right there and put up with me for that long.
Okay. But you kept talking to them for the entire 9 hours. Our friends.
Of
Did you
course,
speak with
Miss
them for the
Hilton.
entire 9 hours?
I was handcuffed to the behind my back, legs shackled to the chair. And guess what I know? When I get finished talking to them, I'm going to the jail. So guess what I'm trying to do? Trying to buy as much time as I can before I go to the jail.
That's what they do, Miss Hilton. It's the streets, honey. It's the streets, darling. It's not the lawyer room. And Jill, there he go, blowing his nose. There you go. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I tell you, that boy don't make me hungry again.
Verify what they told you and you were trying to get out of jail.
I don't know.
Did you believe the truth would hurt Thug?
Say that again.
Did you believe the truth was going to hurt Thug?
Let me see. Did they play this?
You
Hold
said,
on,
do I
y'all.
believe
Can
the
I
truth
skip?
gonna hurt Thug?
He don't care nothing about Young Thug. I don't know what though. He just said he was gonna kill Thug. So what?
Is that June 10, 2015?
He had
Yeah.
some hair.
Is that the interview that we're discussing right
Yeah.
now? And in that interview that when you were first brought in once you were arrested, are you still in your regular clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes for the record?
Yes.
Now, sitting in this room, did you believe that the truth would have hurt you as you were doing this interview?
It's not about the truth hurt me. It's about the state of mind I was in.
Okay. But did you believe the truth would have hurt you?
I don't know.
So why wouldn't you tell the truth?
Because I'm about to go to jail. So the state of mind I'm in is I'm about to go to jail.
Right. So would lying have helped you to get out of jail?
They have.
Didn't they tell that they were going to have to verify any information you told them?
They did.
Okay. So why would you tell a lie if they had to verify what they told you and you were trying to get out of jail?
I don't know.
Did you believe the truth would hurt Thug?
Say that again.
Did you believe the truth was going to hurt Thug?
You said, do I believe the truth gonna hurt Thug?
Huh?
That'll be his problem.
Right. But if you're in this state of mind, why would you be in there just telling lies?
Because that's what the police after. They locking me up but they're after him.
But they're locking you up,
Yeah.
and you are trying to get out of jail.
And they after Thug.
Wouldn't you tell the truth to get out of jail?
It depends on who is the truth to.
Okay.
They trying to find out about Thug, but they want a lot. They don't. Thug ain't did nothing, so they want to lock him
Now,
up.
during the course of your interview, did the detective ask you why were you so concerned about whether or not Thug knew you were talking to the police?
Can you say it again?
Let me just ask you a better question. Why were you concerned about whether or not Thug knew you were talking to the police?
I wasn't concerned.
Do you recall the detectives asking you, why does it matter to Thug if you're talking to the police or not, if he has no say
Waka
in
waka,
what
what that
happens
mean?
next? And your response is, between us men, I want to say they had something to do with it.
What about it?
Do you recall telling that to the detectives?
Probably, yeah.
And then when they asked you who was the they, do you recall saying Thug and them?
Okay.
Did you recall saying that?
Like, yeah.
And then they said Thug and them who? And you said Shannon and Bentley.
Say it again.
Sure. When they then asked you Thug and who, you responded Shannon and Bentley and all, because all of them just acting funny towards you.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Because it's the investigators.
Again, why
Why
say
would you
Shannon?
pick them?
Why say Shannon?
Because they know me and him be together. It's easy to. It was saying it to get. I don't
Why
know.
would you
Like,
lie on your
I
friends?
told you it's the state of mind I was in. When
Why
the
would
police
you
got
lie on
me,
your
I was
friends?
doing a lot of stuff. I was, man, like it just caught me early in the morning. Like,
Well, why would you lie on your
Early in the
best
morning,
friends?
is that not when you're your freshest?
huh?
And early in the morning, is that not when you're your freshest?
No, they can't get me out. I'm asleep. I hear the door. Boom, 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 boom. If I'm asleep and she sleep, who being at this door like that? So it shot my brain. I've been shot ever since I looked at those scenes of
Because
the
I want
police.
you to be one of them.
I can't forget it. Like,
Miss Hilton.
Okay.
Whew, Lord, boy, this boy right here,
Okay,
show.
ladies and gentlemen, this might be a natural point for us to recess for today.
Boy, I tell you, I'm glad I got little Waldy out the way. I'm glad I got little Waldy out the way, Lord. Lord, thank you, y'all. Y'all, thank you for being active today. And I don't understand this boy. I don't. How is he gonna call Thug and tell Thug he gonna kill Thug when it's his whole whatever he's saying? He can sit here and lie to us all day. I'm not. I don't want to deal with Woody no more. Woody is a mind game person. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go down there, and put some on the stove and cook. Y'all, I love y'all, and I'll be back later. I love y'all. Thank you for being here.